Greetings, true believers. Your old pal Spider-Man. Hey, Cadre. It's KJ here. Today, first of all, you might notice that my mohawk's a little flat today. That's because if you've been reading my post, you can see I've gotten back into riding my motorcycle. It's been about a month and a half since I have been able to ride it, just from one thing or another. I've been off of work with the kids and had the surgery on my hand, so it's just been a while before, or since I've been able to get on it. So finally got it back up and running, had a little bit of problems with the battery, got that fixed, and now it's running. So today will be the first day that I use it to drive to work. So any morning that I'm driving my motorcycle to work, I obviously don't spike my hair because I'm going to be putting on a helmet and it's going to flatten it out anyways, so I just put a little bit of hair tonic in it and kind of slick it back, and then when I get to work put a little bit more hair tonic in it and kind of refresh it a little bit and just wear it like this all day. Today is the day I've been waiting for a long time. You know what it is. That's right, it's the Timeless. So this one again is on loan to me from Dave in Kentucky. This is the Timeless with the scalloped head, open comb, and 0.68 gap. I'm kind of digging this handle. I honestly didn't like the handle that Chad has on his, the pineapple handle. This handle still feels a little bit long to me. But then again, with the weight of it, I'm not sure that a shorter handle would feel great either, because it might be a little bit off balance headwise. So maybe it needs to be this long, but I choke up on the razors anyways, so just having all this excess down here is not really my thing. But I do like the pattern on this and the grippiness of it, so that's really good. And today we'll also be using the third go with Cherry City soaps. This time is the pineapple slush, which I don't like it. I'm not a huge fan of food scents. I can deal with lime and I can deal with coconut, and beyond that, anything that's food related really just doesn't do it for me. And this pineapple, it smells off, but there's menthol in it, so it might be the menthol that's throwing the pineapple scent off. But again, there's a difference between the previous Cherry Cities as far as texture goes. This is a really hard puck. I can kind of press into it, but it's pretty hard. The bay rum was really soft, and the grapefruit sandalwood was semi-hard, but not quite as hard as this. So again, I haven't looked up the ingredients to see if there is any difference in the formulas of those or not. But so I don't know what factors are in play there. But since I've been using the Cadre Legacy synthetic, I'm going to go ahead and continue to use that one. So I use the same brush with all of the same Cherry City soaps, just to eliminate any variables. The coconut or the grapefruit sandalwood just really didn't perform as well as the bay rum did, and that also makes me believe it is a different soap base, and just by the feel of this one, and so far from what I'm seeing from loading it, I'm having the same issues with this one as I was with the other one, the grapefruit sandalwood. So I'm going to go ahead and give this a pretty healthy load, because it doesn't look like it's going to be working as well as the Bay Rum did. So I don't want to slate my shave with the Timeless. So we'll try to get as much in here as we can. Alright, so we're going to go with that. But the pre-lather is pretty airy. Which it should shave just fine. I think we just might have some issues with lathering up the second pass. Alright, so the menthol is definitely in there. I can feel it cool in my face, but man, the scent is just, it's awful to me. You can see this is a pretty thin lather. It's not really building on my face. Can't get any volume out of this at all. All right. Well, we're gonna go with it. And we'll break out. Dung, 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 dung. Okay, onto the shave. Get a little bit hot water. Well, I can definitely tell right away what Dave was talking about. There's a lot of blade feel on this. This feels like the Rockwell Plate 6. The initial feel of this razor has me really worried. I don't know if the Timeless makes a milder version, but I think if I was gonna get one, I would want a milder version than this. And I didn't look up the blade gaps on the Rockwell to see, to see which one of them was the closest to 0.68. Just out of curiosity to compare it to the Timeless. You can see the second pass lathers even worse than the first. I'll try to get a little bit more in there. If you like menthol soaps, the menthol level is pretty good. Definitely feeling more cooling on the after the first pass, which you expect. But this one just doesn't feel like a very cushiony lather. So I don't know, if I was to grade these soaps, I would say that the Bay Rum soap was middle tier 2. Good lather, plenty slick, lacking in some post-shave slickness. But these other two are tier 1s. I don't know what the difference is. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do... Ow. Did I cut myself? I felt sharp. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do an against the grain pass, at least on my cheeks with this. It's feeling pretty rough. Now I will say that I took the blade out of the Rockwell and put it into here. It only had 9 shaves on it. So still have plenty of life left in it. And my face is dried out. So can't even finish one pass without getting it dried out. So tomorrow I'll probably put in a fresh blade just in case that is part of any variable on this being a rough shave. So this is where I grade my shave, not after the touch-up, but after pass 2. I want to see what kind of reduction I had after just 2 passes. And really, this is no better than the Rockwell or any of my other vintage razors. It's exactly the same level of stubble, not any closer or better. As far as the feel of this razor, the weight is good. The heft is good, but it's no different from the Rockwell. I'm gonna get at least a little bit of leather in here. So as far as any kind of enjoyment I might get out of from just handling the razor and using it, I did cut myself. It's no different in that regard from the Rockwell. thing is just really aggressive. And that is definitely not my style. No, I can't, right here, I can't do it. No, can't do that. Which I was able to with the Rockwell. At least up to plate 5. Couldn't do it with plate 6. But just the feel of this, I wonder if the blade gap is very similar to plate 6. I'm going to look that up today. So after my touch-up pass, I would say this is not even as good of a shave as the Rockwell. So initial impressions, not worth the money for me. But tomorrow I'll get a new blade in there. We'll get a different soap, hopefully a better soap. If tomorrow's soap isn't a good lather, then I might just have to break out of my sample realm and get with something tried and true. So I make sure I give the razor its best review, because it could be a combination of the blade, the soap, the razor, who knows. But initially I think it's just the blade gap on the razor is just too much for me. So, I mean, it was a good shave, it just wasn't comfortable. Pretty rough feeling. So, using my Humphreys concoction of Bay Rum Witch Hazel. And then, what are we gonna grab today? How about Booster Mosswood, one of my favorite scents, and I think discontinued. So luckily I've got about a bottle and a half. I really like the scent. It's pretty fleeting. It goes away, hour or so. But I do love the mosswood scent. Okay, so yeah, I don't even know if there's any point in pulling this lather. But you can see just how bubbly and airy that is. It's just foam. This isn't even, I don't even consider this to be lather. It's just foam. I get better lather from a can with that, which again, I don't know what the difference is. I know Chad was perplexed on these soaps and he was looking for my opinions on them, and I don't know, I'd have to go back and watch his videos to see if he found the exact same thing. I know he had a hard time with the pineapple slush. I don't know if he had the same problem with the grapefruit sandalwood. But I'm gonna have to go back and watch his video and see what he thought of the bay rum, because I thought that one was pretty good. Now my brush smells like pineapple slush. That's not good, because I don't like it. But like I said, we'll change up some parameters for tomorrow, and we'll give the timeless another go. So we'll see you tomorrow, and have a good one, Cadre. Later.